Hello, and welcome to Day Camp Parent Orientation Summer Camp 2014. My name is Janet T. Petrollo, and I'm the camp manager. I'm also known as Chief when I'm out of camp. It's one of the camp traditions that has been carried on for many years here at the Girl Scouts, and we carry that out at all of our 5 summer camps. All of our staff go by camp names, so while I'm out at camp, I'm known as Chief. So one of our objectives that we're looking to cover during this session is, what do our day camp programs look like? How can parents prepare themselves and their daughters for a positive day camp experience? We're going to see how easy it is to register for an amazing summer day camp experience, and we're going to describe the importance of the day camp confirmation packet. Hopefully you all have registered for summer camp by now. If not, you have seen the camp catalog. Either it's been mailed to you or you've had an opportunity to download it off our summer camp website. The address is www.GSWNY.org. You simply click on the camp link and look for summer camp, and you'll be able to download the camp catalog from there. So let's get started. First of all, did you know that all of our summer camp programs follow our mission of Girl Scouts building girls with courage, confidence, and character to make the world a better place? And that each of our day camp programs have summer camp goals, where at Girl Scout Day Camp we will encourage independence and emotional growth of all campers, we'll nurture and develop self-confidence and self-esteem of all campers, and we'll nurture and develop personal accomplishments and personal responsibilities of all campers. Here's some more information that you might not know of. Financial aid is available to all registered Girl Scouts of Western New York. Now you might say, well, I haven't registered my daughter for camp yet, and she's not currently a Girl Scout. Does she still qualify? And yes, she still qualifies if you register her for summer camp. Once you register her, you also register her to become a Girl Scout. That is one of the benefits of being a Girl Scout of Western New York. She now is eligible for financial aid. So you want to make sure you get the application in 2 weeks prior to your daughter attending camp. However, the exception would be for Piperwood. The deadline date on that is June 16th. So if you're sending your daughter to Piperwood, you want to make sure the financial aid application is by the 16th. And the reason for that is that we must comply with a grant that we received for Camp Piperwood this summer. And the deadline for that would be, again, June 16th. You can bundle your camp program. In other words, you can tie your camp fee on with busing. So if you choose to send your daughter to camp utilizing bus transportation would be covered under financial aid. So make sure you cover that in the application. And new this year, one application is needed. So the application now covers camp registration along with financial aid. So hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier for you. Early bird discount ends March 31st, so you want to make sure you take advantage of that if you haven't already registered your daughter. Hopefully you'll be able to do that after this webinar and take advantage of the $20 discount. When you go to register through eBiz or online registration system, you'll see that the fee is already included there. In other words, early bird has already been taken care of, and the fee will reflect that. So again, make sure you register by the 31st and save $20. Your flexible spending account could be used towards your day camp program, as it's considered a form of daycare. So you want to check with your provider to see if your flexible spending account program would qualify. Camp Docs will be utilized again this year. So that's our new online electronic health system. Parents that utilized this program last year will only have to update information on their daughter. So any dates that need to be updated or any medical information that has to be updated, you can simply do that this year without having to completely fill out the form. Parents that are new to the Camp Doc program, we are offering training webinars. The dates are March 10th and the 26th, April 9th, May 7th, June 2nd, and June 16th. And all webinars will be from 7 to 8 p.m. There's additional information on links and how to access those Camp Doc webinars in the parent confirmation packet. Once you register your daughter, you're going to receive a welcome email from Camp Docs with information about how to complete your daughter's health form and camper information or camper pickup form. If you're having problems accessing Camp Doc or navigating your way through, not a problem. Give us a call here at the Service Center at 888-837-6410. That's 888-837-6410, and ask for the registrar, and they will be happy to assist you in the Camp Doc process. So who can attend a Girl Scouts of Western New York Day Camp? Well, our day camp served girls entering kindergarten in the fall of 2014 through 10th grade. Girls do not have to be currently participating in Girl Scouts, which I mentioned earlier. Girls must become members of Girl Scouts when registering for camp. So if you haven't registered your daughter yet, or your daughter has a friend that's not sure and not registered, that's okay. They can register for camp and then become members at the same time. So let's take a look at where our day camps are located. Camp Windy Meadows is located in Cambria, New York, which is at the top left corner of the map in Niagara County. Camp Seven Hills Lakeside is located in Holland, New York, or in Erie County, just below Niagara County. And Camp Piperwood is in Parrington, New York, which is in the top right-hand corner of the map, or also located in Monroe County. So let's take a look at some general information about our Girl Scout day camps. Camp Piperwood, again in Parrington, will operate July 7th through August 8th this year, so it's a total of 5 weeks. While Camp Seven Hills Lakeside and Camp Windy Meadows will be operating July 7th to August 1st, which is a total of 4 weeks. All 3 day camps will operate Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, with a parent program now being offered Friday afternoons from 3 to 3:45. Now this is a change from last year. So our parent programs used to be Thursday night. They are now Friday afternoons from 3 to 3:45. Our overnight program is now Wednesday night for girls entering 4th grade and up. Again, this is a change from last year. Our parent program used to be, our overnight program used to be Thursday nights following the parent program. We've now moved the overnight program to Wednesday night, and it's for girls entering 4th grade and up only. New this year, day camp t-shirts and patches are now part of the camp registration. Your daughter will receive 1 t-shirt and 1 patch for the summer. So if you're sending her all summer long, which is great, just know that she will only get 1 t-shirt and 1 patch for the summer. Before and after care is also available, so if you want to drop your daughter off early in the morning, you can drop her off starting at 8 a.m. And if you want to drop her off, or pick her up later on in the afternoon, you can do so up to 5:30 in the evening. The fee for before and after care is $30 per person for the week. If you'd like to take advantage of bus transportation, we will have bus transportation being offered at all 3 day camps all summer long. So Piperwood will run 5 weeks of busing, and Seven Hills Lakeside and Windy Meadows will run 4 weeks of busing. We've offered 18 new bus stops this year, so please make sure you take a look at that. In the day camp section, you'll see the 3 different bus routes scheduled for Lakeside, for Windy Meadows, and for Piperwood. Some of the stops you'll see will repeat 2 weeks, or some will repeat all summer long. And for safety and security, we will have bus aides on the bus. That's actually your unit counselors who will be acting as bus aides to make sure that your daughters are safe while being transported, and that they're getting off at the right stop in the evening, and the right appropriate adult is picking her up as well. So let's start with Camp Piperwood. One of 3 out of the day camps that are being offered and operated by the Girl Scouts of Western New York. So Camp Piperwood is under the direction of Mary Beth Sullivan, also known as MB, while out at camp. MB was our camp director last year and is returning again this year. Camp Piperwood will operate July 7th through August 8th, as we mentioned. Our open house this year will be Monday, June 30th from 7 to 8:30. This is a wonderful opportunity for parents to come out with family and friends, tour the facilities, meet the staff, see what the program is going to look like, and get yourselves and your daughters familiarized with the day camp setting. Some of the programs that you will see at Piperwood this year will be archery. We have our full ropes course program that takes place. We have a low course and we have a full high course. There are specialty programs listed into the Piperwood section in the catalog for the ropes course program specifically. There'll be a low ropes course program from grades 2 to 3, and there's a high course program that does cover the low course element starting grades 4 and up. So please take a look at that, and it's indicated there in the catalog. We do tie-dye. That's a great camp tradition that we have at all 3 of our day camps, but especially at Piperwood. Outdoor cooking will be taking place. Our splash pad is very popular. Girls will be going to the splash pad every day. We have arts and crafts, we do hiking, and we have outdoor games, just to name a few. Some of our themes that are going to be taking place this summer at Piperwood, it's Crazy for Crafts. That is a program dedicated to all different types of crafts using beads, yarn, clay, jewelry making, and the list goes on. Gotta sing, gotta dance. It's all about different types of songs and dance through the time periods. The Great Camp Cook-Off. We all love to cook. I know I do. And so this is an opportunity for the girls to practice their culinary skills. They're going to be making different outdoor cooking creations, practicing different recipes, and then getting an opportunity to do a tasting camp cook-off at the end of the week with their fellow campers. Silly Scientists is all about different science experiments from bubbles to slime to rock candy. And On My Honor is all about Girl Scout traditions and history. And as always, as I said, we do have a splash pad. That's one of our signature programs at Piperwood. The archery program, as I indicated, the Gaga Pit. This is a octagon-shaped area where girls stand into this pit, and it's a watered down version of dodgeball, very popular with the girls and the staff. The girls like to have competitions with each other and with the staff, and of course our ropes course, as I mentioned. Some of the general programming that will take place is we have our flag ceremony in the morning and in the afternoon. We have our outdoor cooking program that will be taking place during the week. We have the parent program, as I mentioned earlier. We have our outdoor hiking program, songs, and games. And as I mentioned earlier, the optional overnight for girls entering 4th grade and up. The cost is $6.50 per person, which includes the dinner that night, the overnight program itself, and breakfast the next day. And we will provide lunch for those girls that do stay overnight, clearly because parents won't be able to pack 2 lunches, so we will be able to provide lunch the next day as well. A snack is provided every day. We ask that your daughter please pack a lunch every day as well. If there's dietary restrictions or allergies, please let us know that ahead of time so that we can help prepare your daughter for a successful experience at camp. Cookouts will occur during the week. Additional information will be provided to you. Your daughter will be coming home on Monday with information from the camp director or from the assistant director, letting you know what will be taking place, when tie-dye will be happening, and when the cookout information will occur as well. So let's take a look at Seven Hills Lakeside. This is under the direction of Carrie Drabick. Her camp name is Lefty. She was the camp director last year and is returning again this year. So Camp Seven Hills will operate July 7th through August 1st, and their open house will take place Tuesday, July 1st from 7 to 8:30. You'll see some of the similar programs as offered as Piperwood. There's archery, arts and crafts. Boating takes place out at Lakeside, and they do that usually every day. Swimming takes place out at Lakeside. They take the girls over to Seven Hills, Goodyear, the resident campsite, and they'll spend the day there. And they'll swim, and they'll get an opportunity to see what the resident camp program looks like. Outdoor cooking, we do skits and plays, and We also have the Gaga Pit. So that's an excellent picture right there of what the Gaga Pit looks like. There's one of those pits at every camp, and again is very popular with all the girls and all the staff as well. So this brings us to Camp Windy Meadows, the third of our day camps. It's under the direction of Karen Tower, or Buddy, as she goes by at camp. Karen is returning again this year as the camp director. Camp Windy Meadows is located in Lockport, and again will be running July 7th to August 1st. Their open house will be Thursday, July 3rd from 7 to 8:30, and we hope to see all of you out there at Windy Meadows to see what wonderful types of programs, meet the staff, and tour the facilities as well. Similar to Piperwood and Lakeside, Windy Meadows offers archery programming. We do theater programming, plays, arts and crafts. There's hiking that takes place. We have the water slide here at Windy Meadows, so we concentrate more on the water slide and water games at Windy Meadows, where I said Piperwood has the splash pad and Lakeside has the swimming once a week, but they too also have a slide and water games. Outdoor cooking, and of course the Gaga Pit. So some of the additional programs that you'll see at Lakeside and Windy, well, they too have the same themes as Piperwood, the exception of On My Honor. On My Honor is only taking place at Piperwood. So you see Crazy for Crafts, Gotta Sing, Gotta Dance, The Great Camp Cook-Off, and Silly Scientists. So the Crazy for Crafts will take place session 1, which starts the week of July 7th. And then follows with Gotta Sing, Gotta Dance will be session 2. The Great Camp Cook-Off will be session 3. And the last week of camp will be Silly Scientists. So boating will take place and swimming will take place at Lakeside, as we mentioned earlier. Now boating, as I said, will take place every day. Swimming will happen once a week. But there's also water slides at both Lakeside and at Windy Meadows, and water games take place at all 3 day camps, even though Piperwood does have the splash pad. All 3 camps will have the Gaga Pit, and all 3 camps offer archery. Just like Piperwood, Windy Meadows and Lakeside offer the outdoor cooking experience. They offer hiking, and the outdoor fun, songs, and games. They also offer the optional overnight for girls entering 4th grade and up. A snack is also provided, as well as we ask that you pack a lunch for your daughter every day. They too will be doing an outdoor program of cooking, and additional information will be sent home to you on Monday afternoons, letting you know when those will take place. Tie-dye also takes place at Windy Meadows and Lakeside. They have it on a particular day that's dedicated to tie-dye. This is why the information will come home on Monday, letting you know what type of information your daughter will need to bring for tie-dye. So this is a typical day camp schedule. So as I said before, care will start at 8 a.m. and go to 9. At 9 a.m. we start our flag ceremony, and parents are welcome to join the flag ceremony in the morning if they so choose. From 9:30 to 11:45 we have morning unit time, and that could be filled with numerous things. They could be doing program activities such as hiking, arts and crafts. They could be going to the splash pad. They could be going boating. They could be going to archery. They could be working on badge requirements. Whatever it is, they'll be working in the unit, and the counselors will be working with the girls on planning on what that would be. Lunch is usually about 11:45 to about 12:45, when afternoon unit time kicks in again. And again, it could be a number of different activities that we mentioned earlier. Getting ready to plan for the Friday parent program, planning what their cookout will be, putting a menu together. Again, planning an afternoon hike, getting together with another unit to do unit games. It could be a number of things. 2:30 is snack time, again followed by more afternoon unit time. At 3:50 we do our closing flag ceremony. Again, parents are welcome to join the closing flag ceremony. At 4 o'clock our bus departs, and then followed by 5:30 our aftercare program ends. At all 3 day camps, our girls will travel as a unit with at least 2 to 3 counselors in each unit. They go everywhere together as a group. Now, that's not to say girls aren't buddied up. They are. So if girls need to run to the restroom or run to the local lodge to grab something, they'll take a buddy with them as long as the counselors know at a time where they're going. So they travel together as a group, and there's always 2 to 3 counselors, but there's also buddies as well where they might travel with a buddy to use the facilities or to run up to lodge. So let's look at what you would pack for your daughter for a day at day camp. Well, you want to make sure she's got her bathing suit and towel and a pair of water shoes. Please no flip-flops. We want something that is definitely sturdy. Crocs are good, or Tevas are nice, or old sneakers, whatever is going to work. But you definitely want to make sure she has some type of sturdy water shoe, whether she's at the splash pad or whether she's boating, doing the water slide. You want some type of sturdy water shoe. She'll need a jacket, a sweatshirt, or a rainwear. Again, depending on the weather, you want to check the weather every day. It doesn't hurt to have her put it in a backpack just in case. Even though it might be really warm out, sometimes it gets cooler in the afternoon. Insect repellent and sunscreen. You want a water bottle with their name on it. A mess kit or a plastic dishes and utensils in a bag. No glass or china, please. And that would be for our Wednesday evening overnight program or the cookout that would take place during the week. Again, please don't go out and buy expensive things. Again, the plastic dishes, if you want to just put a little kit together, that's fine. You can put them like in a little dunk bag. You can get them at any store, Walmart, Target. And it's usually in the undergarment bags. The mesh bags work perfectly. And you want to make sure that you pack a lunch for her as well every day. We do have refrigeration, so the lunches will be refrigerated either through coolers or the refrigerators themselves. And you want to please make sure that you label everything, even their water bottles, their bathing suit, everything. You'd be surprised how many times I get phone calls from parents and say, well, my daughter left her mess kit, or my daughter left her brand new jacket. But it's not labeled. So it becomes very difficult to try and find things. And even when your daughter's name is on the stuff and you hold it up and say, you know, are you Sarah Smith? And yes, well, this is yours. They'll deny it. But please make sure everything is labeled. And we strongly, strongly suggest that you please do not send her with something that is a family heirloom that would be devastated if something ever happened to it or if it was lost. Anything that's very expensive, I can tell you that they will come home dirty, and so you want to pack things that you don't mind that if they get dirty or lost sometimes. So again, please label everything. So these are things that what we do not want to see at camp. So please take note of this stuff, and please do not pack these things in your daughter's belongings. It does create for a difficult time when kids do come to camp with these items. So please, no candy, gum, or snacks of any kind. Just because it's day camp doesn't mean we don't deal with critters. So again, we want to avoid that as much as possible. Please, no body sprays or perfumes and aerosols. We want to respect everybody, and we want to make sure that everybody has a positive experience at camp. And sometimes these type of chemicals can cause reactions and allergic reactions for people, and we try to make we want the camp atmosphere to be fun and inviting for every child. Please, no iPods or MP3 players, no cell phones or digital cameras, and no permanent markers. We cannot be responsible for any lost or stolen items. So again, please don't bring any expensive items such as these to camp. And please, if your daughter is on any type of medication, be it prescribed or over the counter, please do not pack your daughter's medication in her bag. Please keep it in a separate bag in a baggie. All medication, which will be discussed further on in the webinar, all medication must be in its original container with your daughter's name on it and in a separate baggie, and must be admitted to the nurse upon the first day of camp. The parent program at day camp, as I said, it's now being held on Friday afternoons from 3 to 3:45. Bus transportation will now be provided daily. So if you remember from last year, parents that are joining us again this year, the parent program would take place on Thursday night and we would not have any bus transportation. New this year, as I said, the parent program will be held from 3 to 3:45 and bus transportation will take place Monday through Friday, morning and afternoon. Each unit will do a brief presentation based on the theme of the week. We ask parents to bring a chair to sit on during the program, and the program will end with a flag ceremony, and parents are more than welcome to assist in that and join in. There'll be additional information on the program, parent program at day camp in the day camp confirmation packet. So you please, take note of that information. So if your daughter's going for the overnight, here are some tips on how to prepare her for the overnight experience. Again, the overnight program is for girls entering 4th grade and up in the fall. You want to make sure that her overnight gear consists of a sleeping bag and a pillow. You want a warm sleeping bag, not a slumber bag. A slumber bag will not keep your daughter warm at night. So you want a sleeping bag that it's at least for 20 degrees or below. A flashlight with fresh batteries, long-sleeved sleepwear, toothbrush, toothpaste, hairbrush, washcloth, so all the toiletry items, and clothes for the next day. Now, if you look at the bottom pictures here, the pictures to the left, we'll see the Windy Meadows tent unit. This is where girls will be sleeping if they're staying at Windy Meadows. It's in a cabin type setting. And on the pictures on the right are the sleeping accommodations that you'll see at Lakeside and Piperwood. Girls will be sleeping 4 to 5 to a tent, and the staff will be sleeping in their own separate tents adjacent to the girls' tents. So if this is your daughter's first experience with her overnight, please inform her that she will be sleeping in this type of sleeping accommodation. They will not be sleeping in lodges. Again, they will be sleeping in the cabin tent or the platform tent accommodation. There are no electricities in these type of sleeping accommodations. And again, girls will be sleeping 4 to 5 to a tent, and the counselors will have their own sleeping tents adjacent to the girls. And you can register for the overnight program right on the camp application itself. And again, remember the fee is $6.50. So just because it's day camp doesn't mean girls don't get homesick. So here are some tips that you as parents can help your child get prepared to be away from home. Have your child practice being away at home for an extended period of time. Perhaps have them stay at a friend's house or a relative's house for a night or a weekend. It's always a good idea to maybe use a calendar at home and show them the time spent at camp is not an eternity, but actually a very short amount of time. So if you highlight the dates of camp that they're going to be gone, but say, you're going to be gone from 9 to 4, and I'll see you, when I get home from work. Or to them, it's just like going to school. Please don't promise your daughter that she can call home while she is at camp. This can make the situation much worse. Again, if your daughter is having a difficult time, the camp director will contact you and have a discussion on what would be the best course of action to take so that she will have a positive and smooth transition at camp. Again, if you're concerned about your daughter, we encourage parents to call and speak to the camp director. And again, they will work with you ensuring that your daughter is having a positive camp experience. So let's take a look at our summer camp staff. All of our seasonal camp staff receive criminal and sexual state federal background checks and participate in a week-long training. The topics that they receive while they're at this training are the following. They all receive training in ages and stages of children and child development. They receive training in risk management, the Girl Scout mission and goals, which we mentioned earlier in this webinar, the Girl Scout Journey program, seasonal personnel policies, child abuse recognition and reporting. The New York State Health Department recognizes camp counselors as mandated reporters. As such, we provide with the appropriate child abuse recognition reporting program. The effects of social media. All of them will receive certification in either first aid or responding to emergencies and CPR for the professional rescuer. They all receive training and certification in epinephrine autoinjection. Behavior management of children, bullying prevention, conflict resolution, emergency procedures, opening day procedures, and camp songs. The youngest that we hire for seasonal staff is 16 years of age. So again, all staff go through this week-long training and receive all these topics that you receive are indicated here on this list and more. So let's look at some additional questions that you might have and try to answer them. When is my camp payment due? Well, it's due by June 6th. So if you register your daughter for camp now, all that is required is a $25 deposit. We ask that full payment for your daughter's camp program is due by June 6th. That's not to say that you can't register her after that. You most certainly can register after that June 6th deadline date. It just means that when you register her for camp after June 6th, all payment is due at the time of registration. Can you visit camp? Yes, absolutely. We gave you the dates of open house. You absolutely can come out and visit. We encourage you to come out during the open houses. Medication at camp, please remember to label, and it must be in its original container with your daughter's name on it. Please do not pack the medication in your daughter's bag. We ask that it's in a separate container in a baggie with everything labeled. What forms are required at camp? No forms. Again, we're going with Camp Doc again this year, so everything will be indicated through Camp Doc, so you will have to bring no forms to camp. Are the camp stores available at day camp? No, there are not, which is why, again, when you pay for the camp fee, you do get a t-shirt and a patch. Can my daughter and her friend be in the same unit? Yes, we make every effort to meet that accommodation. You would put that request on your daughter's application. It asks, does your daughter want to be placed with a friend? Indicate who that friend is, and we make every effort to have that happen. We do not recommend, however, if there's a large age gap, like if you've got a daughter that's 5 who wants to be in a group with a girl who's 8. Most likely we cannot make that request simply because we try to put the girls in the same grade ages together. So to have a 5-year-old with an 8 or 9-year-old would be unlikely. Can I attend camp with my family? A lot of the programs that we talked about sound like a great idea, and I'd love to be able to do this with my family. The answer to that is yes. And you can attend that camp through our family camp programs. Again, it's a great weekend. We have one at Camp Timbercrest and Camp Seven Hills. We're swimming, boating, arts and crafts. We're hiking. We have campfires that go on, all different types of activities included. We have Camp Timbercrest, the family trail riding program, Friday, July 11th to Sunday, July 13th. Or Camp Seven Hills Goodyear Ropes Challenge Course Family Weekend, which is Friday, August 8th to Sunday, August 10th. Again, it's tent unit accommodations only, so if you remember those pictures I showed you earlier for the overnight program for your girls, those are the type of accommodations that your family would be staying in. And it's $60 per person, which includes all meals, all activities. Now, the trail riding and the ropes course is on a first come, first serve, and the serves ages 6 and up. And again, you would sign up for the trail riding and the ropes challenge course program out at camp. You would sign up for the Timbercrest Family Camp and Seven Hills Family Camp program through the group camp application, which you can find right on the website or in the camp catalog. And there is a confirmation packet of information for this as well. If you're a troop leader and would like to take your troop camping, you can take advantage of the troop camp weekend. Again, similar to family camp, come out to camp for swimming, boating, arts and crafts, archery, hiking, campfires. Again, at Camp Timbercrest will be Friday, August 8th to Sunday, August 10th, or Seven Hills Goodyear will be Friday, July 11th to Sunday, July 13th. tent unit accommodations only as indicated for family camp. And the cost is $60 per person. It includes everything, meals, activities, and what's great about this is troop leaders, you can receive your Troop Camping 1 training just by participating in the weekend. So if you don't have the training but always wanted to go camping with your girls, now is the opportunity. The staff will be there to provide the programming. You as the troop will bring the adults to cover adult coverage responsibility for your girls. So don't delay. We filled up last year to capacity. Everybody, all the adults that went, earned their Troop Camping 1 certification. So take advantage of the weekend, go camping with your girls, and earn your certification at the same time. So now you might say, well, this sounds great. I think I'm ready to register my daughter for camp. Is it easy to register? Absolutely, it's very easy. You want to go onto the camp webpage. So again, GSWNY.org. You're going to click on the summer camp link, and you'll see here on the page, you'll see register here for summer camp. You want to click on that link, which will take you right to the eBiz page. And if you click on the tab that says activities, you'll see on the left-hand column, halfway down, you'll see the camp category. So you would want to click on, as you can see, there's day camp there, family camp, resident camp, or troop camp. So if you decide that, yes, you want to do day camp, you would click on day camp. Or if you want to do family camp, you click on that, or troop camp. So let's say we definitely want to send your daughter to day camp. You click on the day camp link, and you'll see the list of camps that are here. Now, Lakeside is first, but you'll see Piperwood will be also listed. Windy Meadows will be also listed, and it'll be by session. So as I said, session 1 is Crazy for Crafts. All right, Gotta Sing, Gotta Dance is session 2. The Great Camp Cook-Off is session 3. And Silly Scientist is session 4. So you would click on whatever session you want, whatever camp, and then you would follow the prompts from there. Now, if you're having difficulty and just can't quite make it through, like not really sure what they're asking, please feel free to call our office at 888-837-6410. Again, ask for the registrar, and she'll be happy to walk you right through the registration process. So once you've registered for summer camp, you'll receive an invoice saying you've successfully registered for camp. Please now download the camp confirmation packet, which will give you a link, which should take you to this website here, this page. And you'll see here to the left, they'll say camp confirmation packet. So you want to click on that link, and it'll give you a list. Again, our day camp. So you pick the camp that you're sending your daughter to, and you'll see the camp confirmation packet under each day camp. So you just simply click on the confirmation packet of the camp that your daughter's going to. So this is an example of what the camp confirmation packet looks like. So this is a copy of Camp Piperwood. Again, I cannot stress the importance of this. It's very important that you download this confirmation packet. It has all the information in there that you'll need to help prepare you and your daughter for a successful camp experience. It'll have information that we have talked about through this webinar. For example, Camp Doc, again, the online health system. You will be required to fill out the health form for your daughter. Now, a physical is not required. However, if your daughter is on any medication, be it prescribed or over the counter, that she needs to take while she's at day camp, then the medical piece or the medication piece must be filled out by your family physician. So you would download that form, take it to your family doctor, have him or her fill it out, and then you would scan it back into your Camp Doc account. The same can be said for your immunization records for your daughter. That information needs to be current. It is not okay to be put up to date. It has to have the actual dates in it. If you're having difficulty with scanning, please contact one of our registrars, and they will be happy to assist you with the scanning process. There's additional information on transportation in there, packing information, what a typical day looks like, what drop-off looks like on Mondays, what pickups look like in the afternoon, what does the overnight program look like, how should I prepare my daughter. There's a lot of information, contact information in there as well. So I cannot stress enough, please download this packet and keep it close by with you. It's a great resource. So if you still have additional questions or concerns and you want to contact one of us, you can contact us directly. If you need to contact Mary Beth, who is the director of Camp Piperwood, you can reach her at cdpiperwood@gswny.org. Carrie Drabick, the camp director at Seven Hills Lakeside, can be reached at cd.lakeside@gswny.org. Karen Tower, the director of Camp Windy Meadows, can be reached at cd.windymeadows@gswny.org, or myself, Janet T. Petrillo, the camp manager. You can contact me at summercamp@gswny.org, or my direct line is 716-935-6063. We hope that you have found the Day Camp Parent Orientation webinar informative and helpful. Again, my name is Janet T. Petrillo. I'm the camp manager, also known as Chief, and I look forward to seeing all of you out at camp this summer.